Welcome to the What's Our Verdict playthrough of The Last of Us Part 1. Finishing it up. We're catching up here on the last episode of the show, episode 9, so we'll finish up the game tonight.
Woohoo!
It's crazy to think about, right? Like,
it's been a long time.
Yeah, 9 weeks, couple hour sessions here and there. Should be fun. So I am going to swap some things and we'll share screens and have a good time. So let me get going here. All right, should be able to see it.
I can see it.
Nice, that's good. Let me get this little thing. I don't know why it insists on putting that little bar over there. Looks like we already got somebody, at least one person in. I've not seen comments yet, so welcome to the stream. My comments have been like weird lately, so it may be like a couple minutes before we get it, but
that is true. We've both been running on the lag.
Yeah, it's really odd.
I blame Matson.
I'm okay with that. It might be a StreamYard thing, but
hey, I think it's Charles. Nice to see your dog in the back, JJ.
Yeah, Casey's up at her parents' house, so my built-in babysitter is gone. So I am taking care of all of my dogs here in the room, and that's okay. I like having them around.
That's just more audience members.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear me?
Besides, people would rather see them than me anyway.
Look.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
Get off.
It's probably true.
I-15 North.
Yeah, dude, like an
I-West. I know those roads. I've been on that.
Straight on my porch.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Take away my seat.
Looks like it's improved since the last time I was there.
Done with this whole thing.
Yeah, no shit.
I play guitar. I reckon you'd really like that.
Okay, so we're kicking off right at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. I'm telling you, there's some differences, but it's almost shot for shot.
Yeah, you mentioned that yesterday. By the way, nice to see you, Charles. I survived Scream 6. No thanks to you. That'll be going up no Monday. Appreciate you.
Why would you instigate the man with his choice coming soon?
I know what's coming. I'm resigned to it.
That's fair.
Charles, I say, wouldn't end the season. Really curious to see how this is different than the show. JJ says it's pretty similar, so we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm hoping we get some more infected.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of gameplay with infected and a little more intense than the show in places. But the actual story of these two is pretty similar.
Yeah.
So here's one thing that's bullshit about Salt Lake. There are no tunnels in Salt Lake. Like
none that we know about anyway.
Well, I was gonna say there are tunnels. They're not drivable tunnels. How about that? They're walking tunnels that only a certain few people can access, depending on if you choose conspiracy theories or not.
In this house, we believe in conspiracy theories.
In my house too.
Charles asks, do you feel the show has been lacking with the number of infected shown, or have you enjoyed more of the character development, JJ?
Man, that's such a tough question, Charles. And Alec and I talked about this during our episode when we talked about the show last night. And yes to both, if I can take the cop-out route. I didn't feel the lack of infected until these last two episodes.
Another city, another abandoned.
The last two episodes, I really felt it because there were infected attacks, and you'll see it here soon in this city and in during the David storyline that really impact the story and the relationships that are happening. And so I really feel like they missed the boat on those two. Before that, though, it wasn't. I think there was just enough. I think they did a good balance to keep it from feeling video gamey, so to speak. But yeah, the last two episodes for sure, they needed more.
Maybe we cut through here, huh?
That just seems like a bad idea, Joel. Don't cut through there.
I think there's drugs. Drugs.
There we go.
Can I do something with my drugs? Let's see. Oh yeah, so I'm maxed on health, listen mode. Oh yeah, we're definitely doing weapon sway. Now that we're at the end, why not? Hi, Ellie.
Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
No,
nuh-uh.
Extra quiet today.
Follow up for Charles. Do you think it was a budget or time issue? Could they just have added 5 to 10 minutes more to add more infected?
I don't think it was either. I think knowing HBO and the length that they've gone in some episodes in like the House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones before that, like, and even there was like 2 episodes of this show that were an hour plus. I don't think it's a timing thing. I certainly don't think it was a budget thing. I honestly think it was a writer choice. And I think they were focused, and I get it, right? The story is what makes this game so good. I just think that to avoid feeling video gamey, I feel like they went with full story as opposed to realizing the impact that a couple pieces of the gameplay actually had on the story. And I'll give you an example, and I think we talked about this last night too, Charles, Alec, is that there was a piece of, like, there's a lot of criticism right now about the last episode about they didn't build the relationship between Joel and Ellie enough to make what Joel did in the last episode believable, to the level of cruelty and just violence that he went, right? And I don't necessarily, and I don't necessarily fully agree with that, but I also don't disagree. And what's missing to me is these pieces of gameplay where their lives were in serious danger, because we only had, there was like 3 or 4 episodes, but out of 9, there's a couple episodes where we don't get to see them, how much danger they're in and how scary it is for them, and that level of bonding that comes with that too. Now I think they gave us what we needed with the emotional piece with Joel, but and his whole situation, but I think they missed the boat when it came to the dual relationship. Told you.
Ellie.
Up, she gone.
She gone. So yeah, I think to answer your question, I think it was just a choice.
What is it?
Creative choice.
Mm-hmm. And while I understand it, I think they could have done a little better.
Are you kidding me?
There's that nice shot of the LDS temple that you don't get in the show.
Come on, hurry up.
Here's your, how did you put it? Your fucking giraffe, Alec.
Yeah. That's a veggie sore right there. That's what that is.
That's right.
Gray, welcome to the playthrough. Sup to you,
Gray.
And the giraffe was real.
Come on.
Hey there. So fucking cool.
Yeah.
Oh, where's it off to? Here, come on, let's go.
Slow down, kiddo.
Come on.
Well, that's just adorable.
I know, right? It's one of those moments
come
of
on.
her being a kid that you don't get to see, like truly being a kid, right?
Right.
Oh man.
Lots of giraffes. No, I think this was a budget issue.
The way the show has been, Charles was afraid the draft was going to get gunned down. Glad it didn't happen. That would have had that shock and awe factor.
That's fair.
For sure. Like if that happened, would have been a lot madder yesterday.
Everything you were hoping for.
Not to mention, PETA would have been pissed.
Oh yeah.
It's got its ups and downs, but you can't deny the view, though.
The little nod to the 2002 Olympics back there too, on that wall.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can see my mouse there, but right there.
If I get in real close and kind of squint.
Yeah.
My eyes are going bad. Too many movies.
Boy, I tell you. All right, Ellie, time to go.
We don't have to do this. You know,
Okay, our comments are on a little bit of delay again.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them.
What's the other
Gray's coming through with I love this repeated
Oh.
line. Not sure which
be done with this whole damn
line.
thing.
I think it's the
After all
View,
we've been through.
because that was in the Boston. I like that one too.
And then for Charles, without spoiling the Monday show, was Scream Sari make it through okay? I made it through okay. I will say, because I don't think this is too spoily, it got me a couple times for sure, 110%. But I made it through perfectly fine. I even slept that night. That never happens after I watch a scary movie. Normally, I'm up for 2 weeks.
I know you mean well, but there's no halfway with this. Once we're done, we'll go wherever you want. Okay?
Well, I ain't leaving without you. So let's go wrap this up.
So that was that. I don't remember that being in the show.
Yeah, it was there.
Okay.
She was a little more like it was a little more. It wasn't as they're walking. It was they right after the view's pretty great line, and right after he says we don't have to do this. We can go. She said something around the effects of no, we got to see this through, and then I'll go.
I remember
wherever
the
you
sheep
wanna go.
farm like comment.
And I think she might have actually. I think it might have actually when he was talking about his issue later, and what he tried to do to himself so that YouTube doesn't get mad at me. And so that might have been when that line where she's like, I'll follow you anywhere once this is done.
All right. For Charles, did I scream? I was very close. The only thing preventing it was the fact that I was sitting next to a whole family of 8-year-olds. So I
This
couldn't
place
scream
makes
too
me laugh.
loud.
How so?
Had to act like I was a grown up.
It was right after everything went down. I ended up
And
in a
then
tree
Gray enjoyed Creed 3.
everywhere you
All
look.
right.
Just saw families torn
Yeah, I could
apart.
say it was pretty good.
Whole damn world seemed to have turned upside down in a blink.
Is that after you lost Sarah?
Yes, it was.
Can't imagine losing someone you love like that. Losing everything that you know. I'm sorry, Joel.
That's okay, Ellie.
Oh, we gotta build some stuff.
They're
I don't like-
gearing you up, JJ. They're letting you know what's coming.
Yeah, and I don't like having shinies and not using shiny, like not being able to pick them up. I see them and I'm like, I must have shinies. See, look, I just got to pick up like a ton of shit right there.
Yeah, you got 4 more shinies.
Yeah,
Should have done a shiny total for this whole thing.
dude, we should have. That would have been. Oh, look at all the drugs. Drugs. That's what I'm really looking for is to get rid of that sway because there's some gunfights coming that I don't want to have to deal with the sway.
JJ, Charles would like to know if you were disappointed that Moonfall didn't win Best Picture at the Oscars
Motherfucker.
or Best Screenplay.
Disappointed that pile of shit was made.
This is one of my new favorite jokes.
I'm gonna stop live streaming just so they can't do it anymore.
Gray likes it too. We're all in agreement, JJ.
As you should. It's pretty. Fucking hate that damn show. Oh, hey, I just got like a million comments.
Oh yeah, they all popped in for you. Excellent.
Yeah. Oh, look at all the pretty shinies. There's no fights coming at all right now.
No, you're fine.
Good to go.
You're a map too.
A map
Wow. Just leaving that line around.
and a dead guy.
Oh.
And I get to do one final set of
Let's
upgrades.
see what we got.
All right. So I have to say this, JJ. It's kind of unrelated, but I was browsing our YouTube thumbnails.
Yeah.
Did you know that like in every single one, I'm drinking?
No, you're not.
It's like 90% of them. If you like hover your mouse over and let it play through the first couple of seconds,
Yeah.
I just got my head cocked back.
I love that. I love that.
Charles says, too bad there's not a character in The Last of Us named Moonfall. That would really bring this whole joke full circle.
That would. It really would.
And Gray says, okay, confession. She loves apocalypse films even when they're shit.
Well, and that's fortunate for you because most of them are pretty shit.
Sometimes Velveeta has its place.
That's the best joke you've had yet. I would be giggling on that one for a minute. That was well played. Well played. Oh God. I don't know whether to just be happy you made that joke or sad that I didn't. Son of a bitch. That was a good one. Oh man. Yeah, see, this is one of the difference I was telling you about, Alec.
Check out that flamethrower.
Yeah, well, so my normal play style, every weapon would have been fully upgraded and ready to rock because I get all the shinies.
All the shinies. Charles asks if the moon is made out of Velveeta.
Moonfall,
I believe so.
Moonfall might have been
Charles.
better if that moon had been made out of Velveeta. Oh God!
Hey, Karate Kid 1984 fan.
Hey yo!
Did you guys like the finale? We did.
We did.
It was a pretty good way to end season 1 for sure.
Yeah.
Great response to Charles. Yes, Charles, but only on Tuesdays. Then it goes back to being Swiss cheese.
I love this banter. It's good shit, man. All right, here we
got
go.
a good group of people here.
Yeah, we do.
I swear, you guys are amazing. I don't think we tell you that enough.
I think this is where I came out of this fucking place. I hate this.
All right, Karate Kid 1984 fan wonders what camera the Karate Kid was filmed on. If you're the Karate Kid fan, I feel like you should know the answer to this.
That's. I think that's a fair assessment, Alec.
This sounds like it could come up in pub trivia somewhere.
Uh-oh.
The finale pissed you off. Do share.
Yeah, I must know.
And Gray, viva la verdict. All right.
Yes.
I got something for you.
Not good shit, Charles says. Good cheese.
Maria showed this to me and I stole it.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you don't mind.
I'm definitely going to use that from here on out. That might be that's one of my favorite phrases, though. So that might be a hard. Oh, look, she stole a picture of Joel and Sarah.
Aww.
She's been carrying it since Jackson. Yeah.
Okay, Karate Kid says the reason was because Marlene died earlier than the end in the game.
I guess you can't skip past.
I don't know. I've
Shit.
never played through the game, so we'll figure it out tonight.
I was going to say, I'll show you that is actually incorrect, sir.
Ooh. A little bit of drama. I love it. And Gray is cracking up again. That's good, Gray. Laughing's good.
Laughing's the best.
Laughing is way to be.
All right, we're getting ready to get into it. See, here's the part where I'm like, nope, this doesn't exist.
Yeah, these tunnels. So, JJ, Charles would like to know when you'll be doing the Crossy Road live play.
I don't know,
Smell
but
it.
now that
What
it's
do you
out there
mean?
in the
You're gonna be
ether,
there.
we might have to do it.
Sure of it.
I'm still hoping for whatchamacallit, Stardew Valley.
I have that game. Casey loves that game. I will say, Charles, we've been talking as a crew that we do have some opportunities, if you will.
Yeah, they figured out I suck at video games and decided this is what they wanted to do now.
Yeah.
It's pretty much how the conversation went.
So there may be some more live streams of video games.
That is true. That might be on the docket. Gray, you don't like to laugh? Is that what the no not really is? Or laughing's not good? I'm confused.
That is a big boy. A big boy.
Infected.
Yeah.
A lot of infected.
Okay. No, the Marlene thing. Just lag, Gray says.
Yeah.
Yeah, our comments are really bad. Hey, JJ, did you ever watch Cobra Kai? The Karate Kid 1984 fan is interested in that.
I did.
I started it, but I came to the show a little bit late, so it was like 5 seasons in. So I watched like 2.5, and I think what happened is a bunch of other stuff came up.
Sure.
Bye bye bloater.
Now, bye lots of infected.
I'm on this truck. Hurry.
Why are you not on the truck already?
Oh,
Ellie?
good God. He's never climbed up there before. I feel like that was a new feature of the bloater there.
Bro.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Stay quiet.
And that, my friends, is how you get rid of a lot of infected at once.
Boom, boom, done. Charles says he would definitely watch me play a game. Maybe Resident Evil.
Ooh. No, you know what game I want to get him to play, Charles, is one that came out a long time ago and made me pee myself a couple of times. It's a game
This doesn't sound like a good game.
It's a game called Fear. And it's an acronym. F, like fear as in an acronym, but it's pee your pants worthy shit.
I don't want to play anymore.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Okay, Karate Kid, I'll have to hop back in, I guess, and watch the Cobra Kai. I think it's still in my Netflix somewhere. So I don't start it all the way over again and do the same thing. And JJ, what were your thoughts on Cobra Kai? You like it?
Cobra Kai, yeah, I liked it. I mean, look, it's not like a. Yeah, look,
It's no Last of Us.
sure. I mean, it's a silly, but I think it's like the nostalgia is really good, and it covers like a lot of great. Yeah, I mean, touches on a lot of things that you just don't get from the movies, and
Okay.
brings you back to like a different perspective. I thought it was interesting, like because you get the villain in one of the villains in the first movie's perspective, and you kind of like start to see that where he was coming from. I thought the first season was really cool because of that. But I enjoyed the show overall. I liked all the cameos, bringing back characters from all the movies. So all 3 movies, stuff like that. I liked it.
All right. So Charles says he's beaten that game. Great game. Is this Fear that you've beaten?
Just keep at it.
Because if that's a yes, I don't think I can weasel my way out of it from JJ.
Dude, it's hurtful, man. Like seriously, like it's terrifying.
That's right. They haven't filled season 2 yet for The Last of Us Karate Kid.
Not yet.
Hoping they hurry it up, but we're gonna wait a couple years. It looks like.
Probably.
And Charles wants to know who would win in a fight between Ellie and the Karate Kid.
Oh, well, Ellie, because she's ruthless.
Yeah, Karate Kid's too nice. He fights. He doesn't fight dirty.
And she's got guns. He just kind of punches you with fists that would break his fingers.
Yeah, all Ellie has to do is sweep the leg and game over.
That's right. That's right.
And Charles, yes, fear. He's beaten the game. Used to have it on the Xbox.
You want me to
get rid of my Xbox?
You want me to make it worse, Alec? There's 3 of them.
No.
Fear 3 is not that good though, but Fear 1 and 2, oh my gosh, so good.
So what's the premise behind Fear? Is this like zombie?
No,
No,
you're part of this elite like soldier. Like it's a first-person shooter, and you're part of this like group of soldiers. They get called into this like paranormal phenomenon.
Paranormal, dude. That's like my biggest.
Oh, dude, you have no idea, dude.
Biggest fear, right? Let's stay on the fear thing. Biggest fear is that.
Yeah, you have no idea, dude. And the whole premise is like this little girl, ghost of this little girl is like haunting the world, basically. Starts as like a town and then it grows from there, but like, and then like, yeah, it's terrifying, dude. Like the sounds alone, like, whoa.
These sounds alone are bad enough.
Yeah, these are nothing, dude.
I think so. Karate Kid says Cobra Kai, the way they wrote it, is anyone who knew Mr. Miyagi is in canon. So that's kind of a cool thing. And then also, Fear is a great game. I'm going to take it back what I said about you guys. If you all like Fear, you're all just as messed up as JJ is. And then we got a comment from HH. If a man can't craft, he can't kill. JJ has the same philosophy, which is why he picks up every single shiny he sees. Gray's on Team Ellie if it comes to fight with Ralph Macchio and Ellie. Karate Kid ain't got nothing. Ellie just shoot him.
Running
Big boy.
away.
Let's see. Charles. Let's see. No, not Dead Space or Fatal Frame. I've heard about those two.
Dead Space is pretty rough too.
Fatal Frame doesn't allow any breaks even when you look at your map of your inventory. Very scary game. I couldn't do it. If I like pause to look at my inventory, like that's my safe space. That's my this is my favorite comment we've ever had is who's older, you or JJ? JJ.
Well done, dude. Well done.
A lot.
I'm the old man.
He is. He's got me by like 12 years, I think.
At least.
Yeah.
It may be more than that.
And 1984 Karate Kid. William Zabka is better than Ralph Macchio. Yes. Team Billy Zabka.
Yep.
And follows it up with Play Out Last.
All right. I think you can
Man,
shove
they
that
don't
crap
like
down.
you very much, huh?
They don't like me at all.
Who is wiser? Probably Alec in that one too.
I love this one, Charles. Who's wiser? It depends on how you define wiser, I think.
Okay.
Because we're
Yeah.
both pretty fucking stupid.
That's what I was gonna say. That's probably an Alec one as well. I'd probably concede that, but
Yeah, but
it's a hard choice.
It's by a nose. Like
Yeah.
there's no clear winner here.
In all of my
dumb.
years, I still haven't figured a lot of things out.
Watch your step. That water looks pretty deep.
Yeah, that's funny.
Outlast is worse than fear, Karate Kid says. What do you think?
I think it depends on how you're approaching it. Like, worse than fear in like jump scares, probably. In overall, like, feeling uncomfortable, probably not.
See, I almost feel like this is a catch-22 to make me want to play Fear more than Outlast. Since at this point, I don't think it's, I'm going to be able to weasel my way out of all of them. I probably have to pick and choose. So that feels like it's a trap, Karate Kid.
Dude, if I had like...
I'm on the other side.
If I had to choose, it would be Fear. Like if I were choosing for you, it would be Fear.
Yay. Charles, any word if Mattson is at the Flamingo exhibit at the Honolulu Zoo?
Goddamn better be.
Yeah, if I don't get a flamingo selfie, I will be upset because he sent us a turtle.
Yeah.
He's been swimming with turtles, so he definitely has time to go to the zoo and check out the flamingos there.
Just stick to the edge. It's shallow over there.
Karate Kid wants me to do a 24-hour stream. I don't know if I could be awake for 24 hours.
Dude, those are rough. I've done them. I might do it again this year. So I used to work for Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and they do part of their fundraising is called is a video game type thing. So they do a lot of it for anyway. So they do every November they do a 24-hour stream day where everybody kind of raises money and
okay.
Yeah, so I've done it before. It's hurtful because it'll be in November, so it's always it's during fall back now that they moved it to November, so it always falls on the first week of November, which is when you go back an hour. So you make it to 1 o'clock in the morning, and then it goes, or you make it to 3 and it goes back to 2 or whatever.
Oh,
you're like, God damn it!
No, that's mean.
Yeah, but we've done it. Yeah, I did it a couple of times actually.
All right, well, it'd be worth a shot. I mean, if it's a scary game, I won't be sleeping anyway, so I guess that'd be the time to do it. See, this is why I like Gray. Outlast is just effed up.
It's true.
I can get behind straightforward stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's the difference. Outlast is she's not wrong. It's just fucked up. Fear messes with you.
Okay, so what's Outlast about? Is this like
Look out! Alec!
Oh, get off of me! Let me go!
You okay?
Yeah.
Nice job, JJ.
Just surprised
Shooting
me.
through the fence.
I can't wait for those things to be wiped.
Karate Kid 1984 asks if we listen to Zebra. Do you know who Zebra is, or Zebra? I guess is the appropriate way to say it.
I think I'm a little old for that.
I don't know what we don't know what Zebra is. We're both.
Yeah.
I'm not as old as JJ in body, but I think I'm older when it comes to spirit. I'm like a 95-year-old.
That's probably true. Send us a link or something. We'll listen.
Yeah.
A trophy.
Ooh. What you get?
I got all the toolboxes.
Attaboy.
It's too bad I don't have enough shinies to actually do any effective upgrades. An 80s band? I don't know about an 80s band. I find that so disturbing around myself.
I kind of skip the 80s when it comes to music.
I never skip the 80s when it comes to music.
Kind of went 70s and then never went further than that. Charles has a point. You listen to only Peter, Paul, and Mary.
God. That was great recall, my friend. It's good cheese, buddy. Good cheese.
Good cheese.
That'll do nicely.
Good cheese. Oh, son of a bitch. Walked right into that one, I suppose. Doobie doobie doo. Oh yeah. There's got to be some stuff in here. Let me shiv it. I'll shiv it.
All right.
Oh, look at all the shinies, dude.
Dude, you found Shiny City.
Drugs.
Arrows. It's like everything you needed at this moment was just right there.
That's why I had to spend a shiv to get it. Half scissors. Gasoline from my flamethrower. I'm off to bust that bad boy out soon. I'm kind of an asshole, so I like to break it out at the end when Joel goes ham on everybody. Oh, Charles, good luck, buddy.
The Whale. Ooh.
That's an emotional movie right there, man. Being a big fella. Hits a little close to home in some ways. Like, yeah, that's a rough one. Great movie though. Brendan Fraser kills it. Sadie Sink kills it. Everybody, it's a great movie. Just nothing happy.
Yeah.
It's a very serious.
I will confirm.
Have you seen
confirm. It? Yeah. Validate, no. Concur. That's the word.
Yeah,
concur.
I concur. I think you'll like it though, Charles. It's worth the watch. It deserved to win awards.
That should help us out.
If it's any help, I'm sure Mattson hated it, so that way you know it's a good movie.
I don't think Mattson would have ever even seen it. I doubt that movie's even on his radar.
There you go. Another good reason to know it's a good movie.
Yeah. It's fair.
I love it when Mattson isn't here. I get to make fun of him, and there's nothing he can do about it.
It's also very true.
Karate Kid 1984 fan. Scream 6, good.
I liked it.
I mean, it was my first Scream movie ever. And I feel like it wasn't, a bad one to hop into. Yes, Karate Kid. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once was fantastic.
Great movie.
I'm not going anywhere.
Also deserved to win awards.
Yeah, it kind of swept a lot of those awards, too.
Yeah. I still don't know that it deserved. So I like Jamie Lee Curtis, and I enjoyed that movie. I still think Angela Bassett should have won the Best Supporting Actress, but that's just me.
You'll like this one, JJ. Charles says The Whale is in 4:3 aspect ratio.
And it's in black and white.
Which is Mattson's bane of existence.
I don't know which one he hates worse, black and white or 4:3.
We should ask him.
We should ask him. Which one's more of a deal breaker for you, buddy? I may drown here. I don't remember where I've got to go.
Oh, that's rough. That looked like a clicker. Or a part of one. Karate Kid 1984 says that Scream 6 is probably going to be the last Scream?
Nah, there's one more.
One more. Is it one more at least, or one more and then they're done?
Well, they say there's one more coming, which means that there'll probably be one more coming and then a complete and utter reboot somewhere down the line.
Gotcha.
But there is a Scream 7 coming.
Cool.
Because they had to get, with the whole debacle with Neve Campbell, they got to bring her back.
Got it. And then Karate Kid also says I'm assuming Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't at the Oscars.
Nah.
I don't pay attention to the Oscars, if I'm honest. And
I
then
only see who won after the fact.
who directed The Whale? Wasn't it like Darren
Darren
Aronofsky?
Aronofsky. Yep. Aronofsky.
You made it. All right, come on. Across.
Got to get the somehow it floats plank even with the little girl on it.
Right? The palette.
Yep. I love Jenna Ortega Gray. She's awesome.
Sorry, I'm texting Matson to figure out what he hates more.
You went to the Oscars? Which Oscars? These ones?
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll get to that one. But so Charles wants to know if we saw Triangle of Sadness.
Come on.
The second act of the film has an insane part on a cruise ship when all the plumbing fails. Something else so funny and so gross. I have not seen it. But
don't think I've seen
gonna
that
put
one.
that down.
Add
If
that
you want to
my
request
list.
that one in April, Charles, be my guest.
Dude, Charles, you should know the fear that this man is living in.
So much fear. Anyways, yeah. So Karate Kid, which Oscars? These ones? And looks like yes.
It's pretty awesome, dude.
Damn ladder broke off the wall.
Great
Now what?
experience.
I'll figure something out.
Charles, I did see the Hugh Grant red carpet interview. That was hilarious.
You know, and I love that it's Hugh Grant that's catching all the shit when, like, don't ask dumb questions. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Do you like being in Glass Onion? I was in it for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, like, yeah. Don't ask stupid ass questions, and you won't get treated like an idiot. I don't know.
Gray says Leo wasn't there because it was past his girlfriend's bedtime.
Gray's on a roll tonight, man.
Right? Gray's always on a roll, but tonight,
That's fair.
boom, boom, boom.
But
Punches
between
coming in.
Velveeta and bedtime, that's
Bedtime.
great.
So yeah, Karate Kid says it's really cool going to the Oscars. I can imagine.
I bet.
But wasn't able to talk to any of the actors or actresses
Good
there.
idea.
That's fair. I'm sure they try to avoid too many people.
Yeah.
I go to Sundance like every year. I've not talked to anybody really, but gotten pictures with people
Oh
before.
boy.
Let
One
me
with-
go ahead.
I have one with
You
Brendan
follow my
Fraser
lead.
actually,
Okay, right behind
No way. That's pretty cool.
way back in the day. See, now we're about to get into a part here that I wish had been in the show.
All right. Grace says curfew sucks, y'all.
Yes, it does.
And Karate Kid agrees that they don't like to mingle too much at the Oscars, all the famous people.
Yeah. This is also one of those things, Alec, that there's not this much water in Utah.
Oh, I know. I only lived there for less than a year, and I know
Come on,
that.
jump.
You're
Yeah.
gonna catch me?
I got you. See? Didn't even need.
Charles says he bet you got a pic with Roland Emmerich. Sundance.
Charles is batting 1,000 tonight, boy. Fucking Roland. Roland Emmerich doesn't go to Sundance. That requires you to be a good filmmaker.
Oh. That would hurt.
Yeah, see, none of this is in the show, obviously.
No.
And I don't even need that much more with like clickers and stuff, but I think like this part, because here in a second, like you realize that she's going to come and try to help you. And so.
Charles says he doesn't go to Sundance, but Roland Emmerich goes to Flashdance. And that's another point for Charles.
Yep. Absolutely. And remember, Ellie can't swim,
Yeah.
so
It's one of those non-essential apocalypse skills.
yeah.
Well, that's ominous.
Right. And here's where the difference comes, the big difference that I was telling you about last night, about how they get captured by the fireflies.
Karate Kid says, "Are we going to do the Last of Us 2 playthrough?"
We've talked about it. Go ahead, Alec.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, we talked about it. JJ needs a little bit of time to emotionally recover from The Last of Us playthrough 1 before we head into 2. So I don't think it's going to be, we're going to start it next week, but it's definitely been talked about on the docket.
Fucking air.
Yeah, it's probably not. It's more that I have to prepare emotionally for part 2. Part 2's rough, y'all. If you haven't played it, it's rough.
Welcome to the Fireflies.
Hi, shitty
Sorry about
Marlene.
that.
Okay.
I know who you were.
So we'll back up just a tad. But yeah, that would have been much better in the show.
Right?
You came all this way. How'd you do it?
Later, Charles. Got to
See you,
run.
Charles.
Off to see the whale. Good to catch up. It's always a pleasure to catch up with you, Charles.
I like hell to get here.
Absolutely, man. Have fun at the movie.
Yeah, have fun. And then Karate Kid 1984 fan says Ellie can swim in part 2.
It's true. He does teach her how to swim.
I lost most of my crew crossing the country. I pretty much lost everything. And then you show up and somehow we find you just in time to save her. Maybe it was meant to be.
Grace says, agree the car would have been good.
Take me to her.
You don't have to worry about her anymore. We'll take care
I
of her.
worry. Just let me see her, please.
You can't. She's being prepped for surgery.
The hell you mean surgery?
The doctors tell me the cordyceps, the growth inside her, has somehow mutated. It's why she's immune. Once they remove it, they'll be able to reverse engineer a vaccine. A vaccine.
But it grows all over the brain.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Find someone else.
Yeah, that's right, Joel.
Listen, you were gonna show me where.
Stop. I get it. But whatever it is you think you're going through right now is nothing to what I have been through. I knew her since she was born. I promised her mother I would look after her.
Then why are you letting this happen?
Because this isn't about me, or even her. There is no other choice here.
And this is where I get grumpy. Because you don't know if it's going to work. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot of risk to take.
Yeah, you keep
Yeah.
telling yourself that bullshit.
March him out.
Karate Kid 1984. Yeah, Ashley
Rising.
Johnson was one of the best parts of the finale for sure.
mm-hmm.
And then also says that this show was filmed in his province in Canada.
Nice.
Or their province, Canada. That's pretty cool. Excellent. But been out of town in LA for a few days. Okay.
I said get up.
Yeah. Oh, Alec, I forgot to talk about this yesterday when we were talking about the episode.
Yeah.
Guess who one of the nurses was? Guess who played one of the nurses in the...
I know.
Do you know?
I know this because Oshi told me about it yesterday.
I went back and watched it
That's the
again,
move.
obviously, because that's what I do.
It's
And
the
I was
only
like,
character I know from part 2. Man Shoulders
well,
or Abby.
well, I know, but did you know what she played in the episode? The finale?
Yeah, one of the nurses, right?
Yeah, one of the nurses. I was like, What the shit? That's badass. Because I
Fuck
didn't
you
catch
doing?
her
Keep
until the
walking.
beginning. But yeah, she's Abby.
I said keep walking.
I caught it the second time. I was like, that sounds like
Where's the
that
operator?
is.
Yeah, Gray caught it too.
Where? Top floor, the far end.
Real quick, going back to Karate Kid. What have you been in LA for? Is it work? Fun?
The Oscars, dude.
What's in here?
Never mind.
I've got him. Move up. Got it.
Shotgun time. Actually, you know what time it is?
Just fun. Appreciate that.
Whoa, what the hell? This is how you deal with fireflies.
He's over here.
The way they light up like that, they look like real fireflies.
That's how you do it.
All right. Karate Kid says, forget what the finale is of season 2 or part 2 of the game. I don't know. I've never made it that far in my watching.
Dude, so rough.
I remember the beginning of part 2.
People just are not ready for season 2. I'm just telling you that right now.
Gray says, Marlene would say, how did you do it? The answer, he's Joel fucking Miller, bitch.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
You can move up? Come on in. I got something for you.
Meeny, meeny, miny, mo. And then Karate Kid says that the show might end up having 5 seasons.
I've heard 3, but it's entirely possible.
5 seasons would be cool. I mean, I could always use more of that world, but then you run to the risk of having the seasons come out before the game's done, right? Because they're doing a part 3 of Last of Us.
Well, they still haven't confirmed a part 3. I mean, I'm sure it's on the docket. He said he's written an outline for it. I love to listen to their screams. Where are you going, dude?
Away from you.
Hold on, I gotta refill my gasoline. Travis screams so good.
He does. Karate Kid says part 3 of the game is being worked on. Is it the outline that's being worked on?
No, it's not. So Naughty Dog announced that they're currently working on another game. They're working on their next release, but they haven't said what it is. The next actual full release that'll come out is the Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer. And we haven't gotten a release date for that yet, but that is coming. That's done. They're just putting the finishing touches on it. They got to talk about when they're going to release it. But as far as part 3, they're not officially working on it. All that Neil Druckmann has said is that he's written an outline for it, but the studio and the people that he worked with haven't decided if they're going to go there yet or not.
Gotcha. Gray seems to think that they'll milk having Pedro Pascal on as long as possible.
Oh, for sure. I mean, as long
could
as his
see that.
contract allows for it, you know.
And if they're doing 5 seasons, you also have opportunities to kind of backtrack a little bit and maybe get a Joel and Tess season.
So they did talk about the fact that they've talked about other content besides in-game content. You just have to be careful, and I think they really need to be careful about how they do it, because I've seen shows where, I mean, Game of Thrones is a great example. You get past content that you have and you know that's going to work, and you better hope your writers are up to the challenge of writing for a show beyond adapting content, right? Like there's a big difference between writing new content and adapting content.
Yeah, huge difference.
So,
Fan Master stopping by. What's up, dude? Nice to see you here. And then Grace said they did say they're not interested in filming beyond the source material. So that is
Correct.
nice to know. Karate Kid says writing on the games took a little while. I imagine so. They're pretty good games. That always takes a couple things. And yeah, Bella Ramsey was on Game of Thrones. The best part of the crummy end to it.
Yeah, her taking on the giant was dope.
Yeah. And then Game of Thrones finale sucked. Get JJ started on that rant.
Dude.
It's an enjoyable one for sure.
Pisses me off.
All right.
But I mean, I knew it was gonna. There's no way to.
I got visuals on the smuggler.
Like I said, when you get past established content, writing for something like that is tough, you know?
Yeah.
Anything? I see shit.
Ooh, lots of shinies.
Shinies.
All right. Fan Master says going to see the Super Mario Brothers film. Let us know if that's good.
I'm sure it'll end up on our list.
Yeah, it's kind of on my list. I'll say this. It's on Oshi's list.
There
which
you
means
go.
It's on my list.
Exactly. Exactamundo, sir. Well, I should craft some. Speaking of setting people on fire. Damn, I don't have any explosives.
Fan Master Scream Part 6. We did go see this one. It's releasing on Monday.
Yep,
The
our
20th.
episode's coming out Monday.
Yeah, episode's coming out 20th. I survived seeing a scary movie, believe it or not. Still here.
Yes, you are.
Grace says, someone always got to jump the shark and F it up. I
Dude.
love the Happy Days reference.
Yep.
I was so pissed that they messed up John Winchester until the 300th episode where they accidentally brought him back with that pearl.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest gripe with television in general is that they go too far. They don't know when to stop.
Yeah, they want that extra, or they want that money still coming in, and they
Yeah.
push it past its limits.
And I get it, right? Like, money is the game, but you can do it without making bad TV too.
That is true. Fan Master asks if we saw the new Avatar film. I saw it. I don't think JJ has. I think it's a moral issue with JJ that he refuses to see any other Blue People Avatar films.
It's not moral. It's just shit sucks. And I barely go see 3-hour movies that I know I'm going to like, let alone one I know I'm not going to like.
It was long. I didn't mind it, but there were points where I was kind of sitting there going, I've watched this movie before, and it was called The First Movie.
It's good to know.
It's just a little bit of a repeat.
Yeah.
But Overall, I'd say it was okay.
I mean,
it
I'm
was
sure
cool.
it was visually stunning, but
Yeah, it was cool to go see in the theaters.
mm,
Like that's the way to see it. If you're watching it at home, unless you have a setup like JJ's got, it's not going to be anywhere near the same. And Gray says, "There's cheap, easy drama versus mythos. Writers got to know the difference." Jeez, hit the guy, JJ.
I mean, I hit him eventually.
Good point, though, Gray. If you're writing for a big budget show, like you should be there for a reason. You got to pull your weight.
Yeah.
Gray also says she hasn't seen either Avatar. Zero interest. I will say you're not missing out on much.
Go watch Pocahontas. Same film. Only better. Especially the animated version. You know?
100%. Fanmaster says, fun fact, Jack Champion is portrayed Spider in Avatar. Also plays the Hobbit boy with dark brown curly hair in Scream 6. Yeah.
The
same
Hobbit
dude.
boy. That's funny.
Very true. We have an answer from if Atson hates black and white more or aspect 4:3 ratio.
Oh, yeah. What
He
did
says
say?
black and white. He says black and white we see in color.
Wow. I love that he says that every time. Our eyes see in color.
I know. We're seeing the color black and white.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
We'll have to let Charles know.
Yeah, we will. Oh, drugs.
Drugs.
Can I do something with my drugs? Ooh, I can.
Maybe get more of that sway so you can actually hit the people you're shooting at.
I don't have enough for that. But I can do my healing speed faster.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, dude. This is such a slow way to play this game. Like, I'd be absolutely full on everything. Be a killing machine.
So what? The elevator doesn't work in the game?
No, it does. There's just one.
Ooh. Okay, so now we've brought Gray over to traffic. The cinematography bugged the shit out of her.
Yeah, me too.
April 28th. Marlene was right.
Marlene was right. Who said that?
Yeah, that was the surgeon.
Ah.
That's the guy we don't want to talk about at the moment. Ooh, drugs. Look at all them drugs. I should have waited to use my drugs.
Mm-hmm. Then you could have got that sway.
Maybe. Oh, it's only 10. Wasn't that many drugs. Look at all them shinies, though.
I mean, this is the... Wow. You found the stash.
That's the mother load right there, dude.
Fanmaster says, shooting Jerry in the head or stabbing him?
Oh, I shoot him every time. You know, it's interesting. I was going to wait till we get there, but since it came up, like, that's one of those moments in this game where initially, the first time I played it through, I tried not to have to shoot him. And I understand now, like, why you have to, obviously, but, like, I tried not to because, I mean, it's one of those things where I talked about the decision. Would I have done what Joel did? Absolutely. But if the guy can make a cure at some point, I mean, let him try on somebody else.
Exactly. Not saying he can't try, just not on Ellie.
Yeah, it's just not happening on Ellie. Like, oh, I can make some bombs.
All right. There go your scissors.
I know. I'll have to find some more half scissors. Oh, I'm gonna get through there.
He's over there.
Come on, peek. You know you want to peek. Ooh, he's peeking. Is there a guy over here? Nope. Sorry, bud.
Long distance. I think he just yelled behind those sandbags to himself and then ran off on his buddy.
Yeah. I'm gonna blow this guy to pieces.
Gray says when Joel shoved the boggle game in his backpack on the show, she nearly swallowed her tongue. Throw the kitchen sink in there too, pal.
Right?
So true. I've been wondering where he's been hiding his flamethrower this entire time. Joel's got some deep pockets.
Let him get away.
What were you doing? Huh?
He's over
They're
there.
not letting you get away.
That's fair.
I got visuals on the smuggler.
Oh, do you? Man, the recoil on that thing is brutal.
Just gonna say, it's almost like I feel at this point, the real power in the world would have to be the Fireflies.
Pretty
They're
much.
just got a couple hundred of them holed up in this hospital for no reason.
Okay, I just shot everything but that guy.
I mean, that takes skill and talent right there. You didn't hit him once.
Dude, not a single time.
Gray says it's the TARDIS backpack. So
That's good
true.
stuff there.
Bigger on the inside.
Not here. Hey, spread out.
Oh, I'm here, buddy.
Here he is.
Famous last words. He's not here. Spread out. Woohoo.
Right in the forehead. Oh, I'm out of ammo on that one.
Gray says, like running through the raindrops. That's pretty accurate.
It's true. Give me the 20-year-old candy bar.
Yum, yum, yum. That's got to be a good source of, protein if it's lasted this long.
I know, right? It's got great healing benefits.
Mm.
There's one of these rooms. Maybe I'm in the wrong hallway that you end up in game 2. Okay. Doesn't matter. We're almost done.
Especially the dead roach inside.
Yeah. No shit. High in protein. It's crunchy.
That should buy me some time.
I like to do it right. Use
Oh.
Joel's.
Revolver.
Here's the one. Yeah, this one. Listen to this asshole for a second.
Later, Fan Master. Have a good night, bud.
I just gave the okay.
See you,
for
Fan
the
Master.
surgery. I really doubt I had much of a choice. Asking me was more of a formality. I need you to know that I've kept my promise all these years. Despite everything that I was in charge of, I looked after her.
Until
I was
you
advocating
didn't.
for her, and at times, here's a chance to save us.
I was reading today that they almost made a spin-off
This
game
is what we were after.
about
This is
Anna
what we were
and
after.
Marlene.
That would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me to kill the smuggler. I'm not about to kill the one man in this facility that might understand the weight of this choice.
Probably should have.
Yeah.
Probably should have.
Maybe he can forgive me.
Nah.
She has to know Joel better than
I
that.
miss you, Anna. Your daughter will be with you soon.
Fucked up. Nope, she won't. Hey, let me in there.
Sweet Jesus.
Doctor? What are you doing in here? I won't let you take her.
Yeah.
Right to the dome.
Fucking animal!
Carrie, shut the hell up.
Yeah, you should probably listen.
Come on, baby girl. I got you. I got you. Oh, shit.
He's carrying your poor pediatrics. Get up here, now.
Get you out of here, girl.
Ray says, if you've seen Gator Chris on Facebook, he said he walked outside before dawn and a giant roach ran up his shirt. The guy wrangles alligators, but he was screaming like a ninny. Dude, I don't mess with roaches, man.
Man, bugs are no joke, dude.
Rook.
This is your last day. Now. I gotta leave my flight. Say, get back! Fire! Hey, stop!
I don't mess with bugs either.
Grace says she appreciates that so
Save
much
her.
because she doesn't do roaches.
Even if you get her out of here, then what?
Yeah.
How long before she's torn to pieces by a pack of clickers? That is, if she hasn't been raped and murdered first.
It ain't for you to decide.
It's what she'd want. And you know it. Look. You can still do the right thing here.
Mm-hmm.
She won't feel anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember. He was talking about the other guy that was. I think it was Karate Kid was talking about the fact that she dies in a different way, but it doesn't. Like it's the timing in the episode was almost exact, except for the gameplay part.
Yeah, because we're pretty much done at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean they'll have this conversation and
Take it
then
easy. Drive
we'll
to
hike
store,
up
you
to
know.
Jackson and then it's done.
What happened?
We found the fireflies. Turns out there's a whole lot more like you, Ellie. people that are immune. There's dozens, actually. Ain't done them a damn bit of good, neither. They've stopped looking for a cure. I'm taking us home. I'm sorry.
Wait! Let me go. Please.
You just come after her.
Cold blooded. I love it.
Love Joel.
Well, looks like we're walking.
Somebody took a map and like did the route that they
Should
took.
be a straight shot through here.
Son of a bitch, that's a long freaking trip.
It's actually kind of pretty, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right.
And I forgot
Which
that they
way
have you
going?
play as Ellie in this moment.
I got it.
Feeling my age now.
Because he gets hit every other day
Don't think I
with
ever
a buttstock of a rifle.
When I
Yeah.
used to take hikes like this. I think the two of you would have been good friends. I think you really would have liked her. I know she'd have liked you.
I bet I would have.
Right down there.
Yeah, exactly.
Why there's suddenly grass and no snow.
Yeah, because even
A little
that
bit
trip
further
from
now.
Salt Lake to Jackson, I made that drive. It's no joke, dude. Like walking it, that would suck. No, they drove here, but I mean, it's you got to stop and get gas, find gas in a car, siphon it. Yeah, that would suck.
I got you. In your hand. All right, come on.
Hey, wait. Back in Boston, back when I was bitten, I wasn't alone. My best friend was there. And she got bit too.
So
You didn't know
true.
what to do.
And all I'm saying is, fuck
So-
Nebraska. That state's
He says-
bullshit.
Oh, what? You don't like all the flat ground and
Yeah.
corn?
No, and it's
You know,
the
we can be all
longest
poetic and
goddamn
just lose our
state.
minds together. I'm still waiting for my turn.
Ellie.
Her name was Riley, and she was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
None of that is on you.
You don't understand.
I struggled for a long time with surviving. And you, no matter what,
Yeah, it is.
Kansas is pretty bad.
you keep
The whole Midwest is kind of
fight for
kind
it.
of the
Now, I
same.
know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear
but
to
it's-
me. Swear to me that everything that you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
And that's that.
That is that. Hey, trophy.
Way to go, JJ.
I know.
Getting those trophies.
Getting them trophies.
So
My dog
after
is
watching
chewing on
that,
something, and I don't know what it is.
yeah, it's probably something important like a cord.
Okay,
But
I don't know. Anyway,
after watching the show and the game,
Mhm.
really kind of disappointed with the way they meet the fireflies, like you said, because in the game, like the first time she wakes up is in the car with Joel. And the last time she remembers was getting knocked out in the river
Yeah,
versus, being taken while still conscious by the fireflies. You have
Yep.
to imagine someone was talking to her about something involving what was going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it was so different, that and the fact that like Joel's out, right? So like
Yeah.
he hasn't seen her, and the last thing he knew, she drowned. She wasn't breathing, right? So he wakes up, and then they find out. Well, they res her to make sure. I say res because I'm playing video games, but they saved her so that they can kill her again. It's just lame. Yeah.
Yeah. Gray says GG, JJ.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, Gray. Appreciate it. It was fun. Oh man, every time I play that, I'm like, now I got to play part 2. It's just so emotionally daunting to start that game. Like, yeah. True. Well, and anybody, video game people get over the fact that Salt Lake City doesn't have that much water. TV might have been hard, but I mean, you could have had her fall, knock herself out. Like, there's a number of things that could have happened. Or do like they did with Pittsburgh and made it Kansas City. Instead, change it from Salt Lake City. It didn't have to be Salt Lake City, especially because it's not like they showed anything. That's one of the things, the reasons that Salt Lake City was so interesting to me that they chose it in the game is because visually the city is stunning, and it's a very unique skyline with the LDS temple and this small amount of skyscrapers we do have. All backdropped with the mountains, right? So it's a weird. So I get why they chose it in the game, but they could have done something different. You know what I mean? Make it be any.
Make it be
state.
Layton, Utah.
Yeah, there you go. Where there's a little bit of water, but I mean, you could have picked, any number of states and had be water or anything. But yeah, you're right. I mean, water scenes would suck, and it's tough to film, and then you might have to do some CGI that looks like shit. And so I get it. I just wish they'd figured out a way to do it, because again, more importantly, I wish that it just had more build up to that point, because again, that is the final piece that we see them having that connection, and we see the difference in the relationship. Like, he's not afraid for Ellie. She can take care of herself when they're fighting the infected and they're going through. It's when because he knows she can't swim. That's the only time that he's like concerned anymore at that point, right? So that shift in their relationship is really cool to see, and they kind of showed it in the show. I just think they could have gone a little deeper, but yeah. Anyway, we're done. I'm sad.
Woohoo!
And happy at the same time. It's bittersweet. I wish we had like one more episode, but yeah, exactly.
Marinate
Put
the
some
bond.
marinade on that bond. It's got to soak that shit up. Yeah. Anyway, fuck. With Velveeta. Hey. Yep. God damn it. That was well played.
I can't wait for Charles to change his name to something to do with Velveeta.
I know. It's gonna be great. Next time we do a Patreon shout outs, it's gonna be Velveeta something you watch. Yeah, so we'll be back. We'll do more. I don't know what we're gonna do next week, but I'll figure something out. Alec or Mattson will be back, and so maybe we'll do something stupid like some Gang Beasts or something, and do something silly and have a good time and just laugh with everybody. But I will do part 2. I just have to figure out what that looks like too, because the other problem I have with that game is I get lost in it, and so I'll play for hours at a time, and it's a much longer game. There's more gameplay, there's more cutscenes, there's more story. So I and it's all bigger and it's longer, so I have to be careful because this was the shortest episode we did in playing. We had like a 3.5 hour episode, and it's just too much. I like that 1.5 to 2 hour mark. I think is perfect. So I'd have to pace myself to like stick with that too. But yeah, we'll do it. So, and since we're here, Alec, on the fly again, buddy. Why don't you?
I prepared.
You prepared. Look at you, man.
Prepared. I knew it was coming.
Yeah, you did.
So I got this.
Tell everybody where they can find us when they're not watching us play games live.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for playing with us. No, that came out wrong. Thank you for joining us as JJ played through The Last of Us Part 1 live and in person. Seriously, no edits. Just JJ showcasing his mad skills with a Z, so you know it's cool.
That's right.
We had a lot of fun with these streams and are interested in doing more game-based content, especially since the guys on the podcast learned that I am the worst gamer to ever game. In more exciting news, just because The Last of Us is done does not mean we're giving up on the podcast. Believe it or not, we're still going to be here. We've got Mando, which we'll be going live for every Thursday, season 3, and we still release a movie every Monday. So upcoming is Scream 6. That's the March 20th release. Special thanks to our lovely patron who loves to torture us, Ginge Binge Appetite. April is coming up really, really fast, and I'm not looking forward to your next pick. But we still appreciate you. If you also would like to actively torture us, you can. You just have to pay for the privilege. So check us out on Patreon at What's Our Verdict and join our crew of misfits. With that, I will send it back to the great Bambino, the Wazir of WAP, JJ.
That's right. We have his next clip. What was the Dale and what's the other name? Tucker and Dale versus Evil. So that's going to be a Patreon exclusive. So if you want to listen to us watch that one, that was a forced review by Charles, a paid for review. I don't say forced. He's a paying customer to get us to watch stuff and then you can also on Patreon listen to us talk about pink flamingos of all things. Also another Charles special there.
Funny part is we didn't even talk about the movie.
I know. I know.
We just talked about how much we hated it. Spoiler alert.
And you got Gray on that one. You got her. She was chuckling.
Solid.
Love it. All right. Well, yeah. Watch for more content. Come join us on Patreon. Go shoot us an email. hosts@whatsourverdict.com. Tell us what games you want us to play in the future since we're doing this. Tell us, some ideas there. I can't tell you to tell us what movies because you got to pay for that privilege these days, but you can tell us what games. This is a new thing, so it's not part of Patreon yet. So go ahead and hit us up. Tell us what you want to watch. Tell us what you like.
No Fear, no Outlast, no Dead Space.
I'm at least going to make you watch me play Fear, dude. It's so good. It's freaking, ass puckering is what that is. And I'll tell you why, real quick, since we're on it, I'll tell you why. Because I didn't tell you, I was playing, so I couldn't tell you why. It's because it is a perfect, like you get lost in all this gunfire and you're fighting and you're killing, and then all of a sudden everything goes quiet, and then there's this creepy music and noises start popping up, like whispers, and you can hear this shit in your ear, like this whispering, like, and it's terrible. And then like the lights start flickering in the game. And then all of a sudden this freaking little girl pops up, like the Ring type girl pops up in front of you. And starts chasing your ass. It's horrific, dude.
Dude, I'm the only one at the office right now. What are you doing?
Enjoy your time there alone, buddy. I'm telling you,
I'm the only one left in the entire office complex. Like,
yeah, dude,
bro.
It's a game that's hurtful, man. It's hurtful. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Me too, Gray. I laugh my ass off at Alec all the time. And vice versa.
You, Gray. Yeah, that's true. I do poke fun at everybody.
That's right. All right, we'll leave you with a fun little outro video. But as always, we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Cinemagic out.
Whoa!